Hey, good morning. I'm Karen. This is Veronica Streams Coaching and Tarot, and today is our daily reading. Happy Labor Day for those of you in the United States. Um, and hope you're all having a good weekend or a good week or the beginning of a good week. I think things will be good this week. So what do we need to know? I'm going to use Seer today. It's this deck. Okay. And what do we got going on? Current situation. Three of Swords. As I said, it's going to be a good week, but this is just today. So, present influence. Four of Wands. Future influence. King of Pentacles. Okay. What you do not see is Five of Wands. What to watch for is Ace of Swords. What will be unexpected? I feel like there's going to be some kind of clarity here because that's what kind of had yesterday too. Challenge. Sorry about that. And she will do one more. One of those that always has two messages. Strength. King of Cups. Advice. Or no, excuse me. Where does this lead? Three of Pentacles. Advice. Five of Cups. Wow. Interesting energy. I will be honest with you because that Three of Swords in the current situation, I think it's just the feeling right now. I think there is something that will influence that to change because of the Four of Wands in the present influence. So we have, because I feel like all in all, there's good stuff, you know. So I don't think I think that Three of Swords maybe right now you feel like you're separated from somebody or something or something like that. But anyway, the Two of Swords is some kind of decision happening here. I think that you do feel conflicted because that's what you don't see. There's some conflict going on here. And there has been some kind of separation or sadness or healing. Something's going on here where you were hurt. Or if you weren't hurt, it was even disappointed to some degree, I think. And I feel like because of that hurt, because of that disappointment, when there's going to be something that comes in where you do get some more clarity, but you're going to be conflicted about it because of the hurt. Like you don't want to go through that again. So I feel like there's something happening here with that kind of energy. And that doesn't have to be love. That can be friendship. That can be it could be anything, you know, work. It could be where, you know, you're disappointed. So the disappointment can be like you were expecting something to happen at work and it didn't happen, or, you know, you've been trying to get a promotion and that doesn't happen, or, you know, something like that, or you were waiting for someone to start and they don't, or someone was supposed to hire you, that kind of thing. But, but what I feel like is it makes a difference in your life. So it's big enough to, you know, have an impact, but it's not so big that you can't overcome it either. So that's the kind of feeling I'm getting here. Again, Two of Swords, there's something going on here with a decision, and I do believe that's what it is. Just like explained it. It has to do with I'm getting some clarity here, and I understand this better, but do I really want to go there again? And how do I do that? Now, I will say with advice, Five of Cups, we're going to talk about that because I think that's kind of the key here. So what to look for is the Ace of Swords, which is all about clarity and learning something to be clear. Also, I would say too, just like we've had with the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords and all of these swords, is to speak clearly about your wants, because I'm jumping around here, but the Seven of Wands is in your challenge. And I'm looking at that saying, okay, you're going to have a little bit of a hard time sticking up for yourself a little bit. And if so, that could change outcomes, right? Not that this is a bad thing. It's just going to be a challenge for you to really speak up. Watch for this, speaking clearly, being articulate about your wants, your needs. And this has been around here a lot, like this energy. But I do feel like this isn't a challenge, so it's not going to be an easy jump. It's not going to be easy. I really don't think so. So I'll just summarize here. The Three of Swords is in the current situation or current energies. And I feel like this is an energy of like heartbroken, kind of sadness, disappointment. There's something that happened in the past, and this comes from the past. Okay, so I just want you to know that, like, it's not happening right now. That's not that's just how you're feeling right now. Whatever the situation was, it's about a situation where you had a broken heart. This isn't going to happen. It already happened, and it's coming back around because the present influence is the Four of Wands. So there's something happening here where there's a celebration, a get together, or something that kind of changes how you're seeing things a little bit. And it does, it's better, right? It's good, but it's pushing you to have to make a decision. And you just want to make sure, like, there's something in me that, like, you're overthinking it a little bit, because, and that could be another thing with the Ace. Watch out for overthinking, because you could be thinking, oh, I don't want to, go through this again. I think, like, if we're really been through something and we know what that something was, and we're thinking about not wanting to go through it again, you probably won't, because you'll see it coming. Like, you'll be a little bit more careful anyway, or you'll see it coming. You're not going to be as blind to it because it already happened. So we've learned something, right? So I feel like that's what this is saying. And I do feel like that Four of Wands, there's some kind of celebration happening, a get together, I don't know, it's happy. So there's something happy happening here. And I think that that's good to embrace, right? Because, and I was doing something and I just happened to see the sun and the sun card in here, and it didn't come up, but I feel like it's a reminder that, it's okay to be happy and find joy in whatever you find joy in. And I do feel like, don't be too careful, because joy is important, happiness is important, and then we just have to trust ourselves. Trust ourselves that we'll notice it quicker, or that kind of thing. Our future influence is the King of Pentacles, and I feel like this is really, I feel like this is someone, I think this is work, love, home, and I feel like there is someone coming in, it could be you, that I just feel like this person influences the near future. And it leads to the Three of Pentacles, which I feel like there's going to be some kind of group effort here. So I feel like something's happening with that. And it might be kind of the same. Like, so if you were disappointed at work, that might change. If you were disappointed in love, that might change. It could be a completely different energy, but I'm going back and forth with that one. I mean, it could be by all rights, but I don't think so. But I like that energy and that influence, because I feel like it's someone that's going to give us an opportunity. Now, that opportunity can be all kinds of different things. Okay, so it could be a big opportunity where it's like a new job, or a raise, or a new home, or a great man or a great woman, or someone really special in your life. But it also could be just realizing that someone does have your back. It could be a very simple, that person is looking out for me. I needed to hear that. I needed to see that kind of thing. Um, so what you don't see is the Five of Wands, and that's where I was saying with this decision, you're a little conflicted, and that's has to do with the fact that you know you're going to have a hard time standing up for yourself for some reason. Um, so that's another reason that you're conflicted. You've got the Two of Swords at the bottom of the deck. And it goes from the Three of Swords to the Four of Wands, which is I'm in a sad place. This was a sad situation. I was hurt badly, and all of a sudden we're celebrating. So it's the switch, and it's a little scary. And you are conflicted about it, no doubt. And then we talked about this already, what to watch for. Be clear. Um, yeah, don't overthink. Be clear about what you want. Also, it could be like just watch for any kind of clarity, but most importantly, for you to speak clearly. The unexpected is the Six of Pentacles. So I feel like something is happening where there's going to be more of a give and take. It feels like whatever this hurt and sadness was probably brought something to the forefront about there being some kind of equal give and take where maybe there wasn't so much before, or you didn't see it. Like maybe it was there, but you didn't notice it, you didn't see it, you didn't recognize it. So I do feel like this is really a good unexpected thing. And I think that's partially why it feels celebratory. Because I think this is a big deal. Like when you're around someone where you don't feel like there's an equal give and take, it's frustrating as hell. But I feel like that's going to be like noticed. Like, oh, there is a back and forth here. I've got to see that better. I've got to notice it better. Or they notice it better. But there's some kind of clarity, and I feel like it has to do with that. I feel like it has to do with all of these things kind of combining together. The King of Cups is the positive influence. And I do feel like I think it's the King of Pentacles as well, but I think this person really cares about you. We've talked about this in the past. So there's people on here that watch me regularly where there is someone that's got your back, man. There is someone in your life that's got your back. And you may not even realize how much they really do care about you. Some people just don't say. They just don't. Like they don't want, like the expectations or to be disappoint somebody or something like that. But I think it's really also and could be another thing, just your strength is your empathy and your strong emotional ties. Like when I see the King of Cups, I'm always thinking, yeah, it's emotional. Yeah, this person has empathy and they care and they love and they're romance, but they're not weak by any means. Like don't think that someone in your life, if they're strong or if they're either way, like if they're strong, don't think they're not necessarily don't care, and vice versa. If they are caring, don't think they're weak, because this person isn't. And that's what I always feel like with the King. The Queen as well, but the King even more so. That it's that reminder, it's okay to have feelings, it's okay to empathize, it's okay to care. It doesn't make you weak, it makes you stronger in some senses because you can empathize with somebody. So where this leads is the Three of Pentacles, which tells me, yeah, this all comes together, right? These are people sharing a project that all have, you know, expertise in some area or another. We've been getting this a lot too, or I have, or someone. I mean, I feel like this has come up a lot. And I do feel like that's what that's saying, and that's what we're leaning towards. That's what we're moving towards. And it all has to do, though, with this. There's a piece of you that was really hurt. And I think that starts to, oh, there was no need to be that hurt. Well, I'm not saying that there was no need, because if we're hurt, we're hurt, period. Like, I don't even want to do that to myself, ever. Because that hurts, it hurts. But we're going to, like, go, okay, I kind of get it now. I need to go to the next day. I need to move forward. So the Five of Cups is our advice. This is a reminder to not always, well, okay, I'm going to go a couple different ways here, and it's going to depend on you and how you want to look at it. So to me, this Five of Cups, she's watching things go down the drain. I feel like that could be partially a good thing. Like, allow the crap to go away. Allow it to go down this drain. See how it's like a little whirlpool. You know, you can just allow it to go, allow it to be, allow it to spill. It's okay. Like it's totally okay because you have other things. So again, this is advice. This isn't a predictive card. So it's not saying, oh, you're going to be sad, you're going to be disappointed. It's saying instead of being disappointed or don't look at what you don't have and stop looking at the negative, allow that crap to go down the drain. Allow it to spill. The negative can. Like, we don't need that in our cups. You know what I mean? We don't. We need positive. We need good stuff. And sometimes if we're focusing too much on that negative, it's hard to let it go. But I think this is really important to say, okay, you're conflicted about this, you're trying to make a decision, but you need to let it go. No, trust yourself. Trust yourself, you know, to catch yourself if something were to happen. And I think that's the most important message here. So, sorry, a little long-winded there, but that's an interesting reading. So, I hope this resonated. Please let me know if it did, and hit the like button and give me a comment. I appreciate you. Have a beautiful day.